Time for the main event!
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below, make sure that notification bell so you don't miss out any future videos. So WrestleMania 42 has concluded. Night 1 was not great. Night 2 was much better in my opinion. It kind of felt like WrestleMania. It's like they righted the ship, but there's still, both nights had way too many ads. And I don't know, man. I'm worried about WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, how it's going to be, but all we know is that the arena, the entrance ramp, will probably be one of the most badass entrance ramps of all time. I just curious how the rest of it's going to go. Anyway, so the WrestleMania 42 pack, which hasn't been fully announced, but we have a look at the entrance ramp and how that's all going to look, the entrance itself, the Titantron, that's the word I'm looking for. And I covered that in my last video, so make sure you go check that out. I'll leave it in the comments down below. Today, we're going to look at all the cool attires that the wrestlers had, 2 of which did not get shown during their entrances, which is ridiculous to me, but we have a good shot of it here. So anyway, I went and found the pictures of most of the cool attires. There's a few I missed, like Jacob Fatu, which to me, I hope that's not one of them because he's literally just wearing like a vest thing. I want these other ones that are really cool because this also would mean that we get some cool badass new creation parts from them, if we're lucky. Anyway, without further ado, let's go look at these cool attires and hope that some of these are actual personas in the WrestleMania 42 pack. If not, they're definitely probably going to come to a future Ringside Pass season, because why not? It's an easy way to pad it out. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright, so here is the first one of Dragon Lee, and this was not even shown on the live feed of WrestleMania. You had to be there to see it, and this is probably the coolest one of all of them, in my opinion. Look at this thing. His giant dragon wings. That's got to be one of the coolest WrestleMania attires I've ever seen. Just the dragon wings alone. I kind of wish he had like a full suit of it. If I was him, I'd be pissed that they didn't show it during the live feed. I can't believe they showed an ad during his entrance. What a slap in the face to the wrestlers. It was like watching like an episode of Raw when they did those trailers. It's like, or the advertisements. It's like, come on, man. Come on. That was ridiculous to me. Anyway, very cool. I hope this comes in the game. I don't know if they can get this creation part in there. They might have to shrink it a bit because that thing is massive, but it's super cool, and I hope we get it. Next up is, of course, Cody Rhodes' cool Iron Man-esque. He was kind of like the Batcave, more than the Iron Man's cave or the Iron Man locker or whatever the heck it's called, where he has all those cool suits. But this is really cool. I could see this definitely being one of them. This shouldn't be too difficult to do because this part was pretty much in there last year. They just have to change the design. And his cool jacket. His jacket's really cool. So hopefully these become new creation parts because I'm digging this skull mask. And it was really cool. The dummies they made of his face, the plaster mold of his face, kind of looked a little goofy, but this is really cool. I hope this makes it as one of them. One of the 3 choices. So, man, I hope they all make it. But if we can only pick 3, I think this will definitely be one of them because he's their champion, right? There's one I really hope doesn't make it, but it probably will because it'll be super easy to do. Anyway, next one is another good picture of Cody Rhodes, just to give you a good look at it. Man, that looks cool. I hope that part's in the game. I hope we can totally customize it too, because otherwise, what's the point? Next up is Jade. Cargill's cool, like, I want to say her hair. Oh, it looks like kind of her hair going all over the place. This would just be really cool to have as like an entrance attire. Although, I'd rather have stuff that you can use in matches. Her base attire is pretty cool too for WrestleMania, but this was really cool. I like it when they go, bonkers with the WrestleMania entrances. I was kind of hoping Obafemi would have had one, but maybe they didn't want him to because it was his first WrestleMania, and they just kind of were like, let's keep it cool for now. Nothing too crazy. Give you that big fight feel. It kind of helped with the atmosphere of it. If he came out with some big, huge, gimmicky thing, I think that would have hurt it a little bit because it wasn't what they were going for with that match. But for the game, I think it would have been cool if he came out with some awesome, like, tribalistic gear or something. Just something really cool looking. Anyway, so there's Jade's. Now, Demon Finn Balor. We might get some cool new headpieces. There was a bunch of other pictures too, but I don't care much about the paint itself, except for the face paint. The face paint that they did for this was awesome. That he did for this is really, really cool. The headpiece is really, really cool, but for the rest of it, I could live without. For me, it was mostly the headpiece and this cool staff he had. That was pretty cool too. But yeah, I mainly just wanted for this and the face paint. So that could be one of the personas for WrestleMania 42. I think that'd be really cool. I like, you know me, I like the gimmicky stuff. Next up is Rhea Ripley. Now I hope this one doesn't make it because I feel like I don't know, I like Rhea Ripley, but I feel like they need to like cool her off a bit for a while. I mean, she was in the tag team division for a long time, but having her beat Jade Cargill was kind of dumb, even though it was with shenanigans. I don't know, I just feel like you really could have solidified Jade as a major player if she beat the Golden Girl Rhea Ripley. Now I like how it is different, it's white, but it wasn't like majorly cool and different. You know, it just seems like it's her normal gear but white. So I hope they don't waste a slot on that. I'd much rather have her cool gear she had with the mask during, what was that, the War Games? I'd much rather have that one than this. But anyway, there's one of them. I just hope we don't get that one. Now this is definitely one I hope we get because Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat, Penta, this gear was freaking awesome. And it was an official Mortal Kombat collaboration. So that leads me to believe that we're probably going to get a Mortal Kombat collaboration personas in one of the ringside passes. If they're going to collaborate for WrestleMania, why not do it in the video game? Now, I know that'll be up to 2K and WB, which is hilarious to me because WB pays for AEW, right? Their streaming rights. So it'd be kind of funny to see Mortal Kombat stuff in a WWE 2K wrestling game. It's like, But yeah, at the very least, I hope this makes it in because this is awesome. These would be awesome creation parts, persona and everything. I don't know how else they would do personas for Mortal Kombat if they're already going to do this. But yeah, this would be really cool to do. His red gear I could live without. I just want these cool parts because, I mean, look at that. That's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome. All right, next. Rey Mysterio. And they said this was a Deadpool-like outfit. I kind of like this one that kind of looked like the Flash. And I know didn't they ask him to stop doing it after a while because he kind of, copyright infringement type stuff. But this is different enough to where it doesn't really look like it. His jacket looks like Deadpool, but so this might be one of the ones we get because it's Rey Mysterio. I hope it's not because it's literally just him in red gear. It doesn't really look that much different. So we don't need another Rey Mysterio. We have like 80 of them already. But for those of you that want Rey, there you go. That's probably one of them. It's probably definitely going to be one of them. Now, Stephanie Vaquer, her gear was a little different, but not enough to really make me want it in the game. I mean, the headpiece is really cool, but for the most part, personally, I kind of don't want this one. I'd much rather have something else, one of the other ones, because there's a bunch in here for this video. But anyway, this is cool. This might be one of them. She did lose at WrestleMania, so she might not be in one of those WrestleMania 42 Persona packs, but she might be in a ringside pass later on. And she was already in the first ringside pass with her blue gear, so who knows? They might add her in again later on because her character model is already in the game. It's probably super easy to give her a new attire slot or a new attire to add to the character model. So we might see this one because this one doesn't look like it'd be difficult to do for them. So it's literally just changing the top. The rest of it pretty much looks the same and then giving a new headpiece. So I can see this being in the game. I just hope it's not because we don't need that one. Now, Paige, big return. If we get her in the game, this will probably be the version of her we get from WrestleMania. I don't know if they can get her in it that quick because literally she just signed with the company. She just got back. But Cornell Gunther did respond. He said, "Oh, she's back." And then eyeballs and all that kind of stuff. Like, holy crap, she's back. This is amazing. I mean, he didn't say it directly, but he basically was like, dreams do come true. So with him saying that and responding to that leads me to believe that she will be in the game in some capacity, whether it be, hopefully God, not my faction, but I want to say she'll probably be in one of the ringside passes, maybe a bonus ringside pass, like ringside pass 7, I can't even talk, where we get her in the game. I hope it's a WrestleMania Persona pack, though. There's just so many things they could do with the Personas. I don't know if they give us a whole new character because she's pretty significant. They might save her for next year's game as like a pre-order bonus or something, but I have no idea. I just hope they add her into the game this year because there's so much there's so much negativity around the game even after these two major patches. I I just hope they add her this year. Next up is Liv Morgan in her weird entrance. And her entrance gear will probably make it into the game because she's the champion now. So it'll probably be her, CM Punk, and Cody. Will probably be the WrestleMania 42 packs personas. I hope it's not because I'd rather get Paige. Cody's gear is pretty cool, but I'd rather get Paige. I'd rather get the Shao Kahn Penta. And then I don't know about the third one. We'll have to keep looking here. But definitely not this one because this just looks like something someone can create on Community Creations. We don't really need a paid persona pack or the WrestleMania pack slot wasted on this. I'm not like hating on Liv Morgan. It just feels like this is pretty generic. So that's just me. This is the one I was thinking of. This is the one that absolutely needs to be one of those persona packs. This is probably one of the coolest gears Alexa Bliss has ever done. I absolutely want this in the WrestleMania 42 pack. If it's not in there, they're idiots. If they lock it to my faction, they can go kick themselves in the nuts because that's ridiculous. This is badass. And if we get this, I hope we get all these creation parts too. The gear, the wings. I hope we get the makeup, the cool things in the hair, the doll, everything. And I just think that'd be awesome to use for our creator wrestlers. So hopefully we get this as one of the personas in the WrestleMania 42 pack. Now, sadly, because he is on the cover, we'll probably get this Punk in one of those packs. So we'll probably get CM Punk, probably get Liv Morgan, and we'll probably get Cody Rhodes. Those are probably going to be the three, and that's ridiculous because this is literally, again, you can go into the creation suite and just change the color of his tights yourself. Although, actually, I haven't tried that. It'll sound comments below. I would just make my own characters. But any idiot can make this. We don't need to waste a persona pack or persona character pack, whatever the hell it's called, on this. The WrestleMania 42 personas, please don't waste a slot on this. This is just generic. It's not that I hate CM Punk or anything. It's just literally, this is like the most easiest thing to do ourselves. We don't need a whole thing. I know there's a cool thing on the back of his jacket, but nah, man. No, thank you. Now, these parts are pretty much in the game already. All they would have to do is enable it for the female division. I haven't really checked to see if the cool headpieces are in. I think the headpieces are in the create a female wrestler. But anyway, I don't think we'll get this one because they're a tag team. But it'd be pretty cool. I mean, the parts are already in there, so who knows? They might actually do it because the parts are already in there. In fact, the demolition characters, it's a separate part, but it's the exact same thing that's already been in the game for years. The one that's been in the game for years is white, and the ones that come with the demolition are black, but they're two separate parts, and I think they're in two separate sections, which I think is hilarious to me. But anyway, this is really cool. Shouts to them for doing this. It'd be cool to have for your creator wrestler, regardless, but I don't think it's going to be one of the packs. Charlotte Flair and her cool multicolored suit, that could be one of the personas. In fact, I don't know. That'd be kind of hard for the creator wrestler because when it's multicolored like this, you can't get a solid color. It's just kind of randomized when you try to change it unless you change it to black. So for the creation suite, I don't want this one, but for the character model itself, I think this would be a really cool one, especially if she comes out with her wings and everything. So for as far as a persona is concerned, this would be really cool to get. But for creation suite, nah, that would be pretty crappy. Next one up is Roxanne Perez. Now, here's the mini skirt that some of you have been asking for freaking ever. Again, kind of generic gear. I don't know about how I feel about this. I'd rather have the Shao Kahn one, but there's one of the ones that we could get if they do like a big group. Like, what if one of the packs, the persona packs, is multi-people, like Judgment Day. Instead of just being three separate wrestlers, well, let's say one of them is Judgment Day, one of them is two other wrestlers, and the other one's another wrestler. Obviously, they would never do that, but again, we could also see these in the ringside pass going forward, so that'd be really cool. So there you have it. Those are the personas we might see in the WrestleMania 42 pack. I know I missed Jacob Fatu and I think a couple other ones, but for the most part, those are the ones that stood out to me the most. Jacob Fatu's seems kind of generic. I'd much rather have the Shao Kahn one, the Cody one, or the Alexa Bliss one. The Alexa Bliss one I think would probably be the coolest one to get, so I hope that's the one we get the most. And the other two, it could be whatever it is. Anyway, sound comments below. Which are the three personas for WrestleMania 42 pack that you would like to see added to that pack? And as always, stay frosty.